Hey everyone, welcome to Techie Tip Tuesday. Today we'll be exploring an app called Big Lens, which I really love for showing depth of field. Depth of field being what's in focus, what's out of focus. So now once we open the app, we're going to load a photo. Grab from camera roll. I'm going to grab this one of Kelly. So Kelly is standing in this field. I really want the focus to be on her more than the field. So I'm going to tap to advanced. Advanced really isn't advanced. It's pretty simple. If you grab the lasso and circle what you want to have in focus. This is just a rough circle here. Let's go back and try this again. Let's lasso. Circle what we'd like in focus. So that's a rough outline. Hit next. So now in the background you'll see all the trees in the background are out of focus. We can adjust this out of focus by clicking on aperture. Aperture being the higher the number, the less that is out of focus. So we're at f3.2. We're going to go up to get a little bit more blur in the background. So now as you can see, the background is pretty blurry. I like to adjust this now myself for the finer details. So I'm going to hit the blur and I'm going to pinch zoom this photo out. So now I can see what I would like to have blurred. So now I'm just going to basically just brush what I want to have blurred. And you'll see it just blur. Keep brushing around. Again, this is just a rough, give you a rough idea. And then you can pinch zoom back down and back to aperture. And you can adjust the aperture. Again, you can go a lot blurred. You can go a little bit blurred down high. If you go to the higher numbers, it's going to blur less. Lower numbers, blur more. So if you see over down on the in the middle left, I'm going to pinch zoom that in. Touch the blur brush again. And just brush across, and that's going to blur that stuff out there. Pinch zoom back in. Oops, go back, erase a couple of fingerprints I just put on there. And now this draws your attention more to her than to the background of the trees and the mountains. This, once again, being a great rule of thirds in your composition settings. And also, if you click on filters, in the filter mode, you have, low-mo, flare 1. These are really cool adjustments. This low-mo to add lens flare. You can adjust how much is actually of the app filter is actually going to be in there. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are a little bit over the top. But there's some really nice ones in here for sure. The background. You can do gray backgrounds, dark backgrounds, light rays. There's a lot you can really do with this app once you get in there. If you goof up on something, let's go back to the original. If you goof up on a blur, you can always tap the focus, and now wherever you brush is going to come back into focus. So it's a really simple way to get your depth of field. Like I said, depth of field being what's in focus, what's out of focus. It doesn't have to be what would naturally be seen. You could actually blur out stuff that's just rough blur to achieve a different effect that you may want. You may want to blur out the whole entire scene. It all depends on how you're feeling at that time when you want to create your depth of field. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. It's a very simple way to create depth of field. Thank you.